What's going on? It's your boy Herb Tuda. Welcome back to the show, The Transition. Today I am talking about addressing the full picture. Most of the times we're trying to control things from out in, when the one person that you can control is yourself. So the reality of how you treat others is how you're going to be treated, is how I was raised. You know, you got certain people that may not treat you with the same amount of respect, but back then it was your ability. You know, if you don't have any ability, nobody's respecting you as the rookie coming on the team, and you have no ability, you can barely dribble and all this. Nobody's respecting that. So you got to gain respect. Today, we're taught that we're supposed to respect everybody out the gate, even if they don't have the ability, or even if they don't respect the situation, or if they don't do the things that they're supposed to do. You know, when you look at just the abilities in life of what you're supposed to be doing and how you're supposed to be doing it, the only person that you can control is self. You know, so when there are issues that are going on, worldly issues, racial issues, and all of this other stuff, when you work within your own little circle of improving whatever is going on in the world, if you can improve within your own little circle, that extends out. When you try to blame everybody for the positions that you're in right now, it puts you at a disadvantage, because that's the one thing that people will say. We have so much technology today is that you can't say that you've used and extended every possibility, because we can touch everything with our phones now. You don't even have to have a laptop now. You can do everything pretty much from your phone. So if you haven't extended everything on your phone, that's going to be the first thing that anybody asks that's professional. You know, so for me, when you look at where you're at position wise, you can't continue to blame everybody for every position that you're put in. You know, to understand the change in this world, it comes from the way that you show people how to treat you. You know, and for me, that's been something that I've been preaching for a very long time. You teach people how to treat you. So I taught a lot of people in my life early on that it was okay to step on me and wipe their feet on me, because I thought I needed their solidification in order for me to be a good boyfriend slash significant other, father, family member, friend, or anything like that. So when you teach people that you need their solidification, even if they're not trying to use you, they'll eventually start using you, because you keep lining yourself up to be used. You have to work within before you can work out, because again, even raising children, you're not going to get a child to see the things that you saw, because they see it in a different light. But a lot of times they don't think you know what you're talking about anyway, because you're not going through it the same way that they're going through it. And that's the same thing we told our parents, and the same thing our parents told their parents, and so on going back. I talk about my parents through most of these motivational speeches, because whether my parents stuck together or not, they still made sure that I had what I needed in order to be a part of it, but they got me ready. My parents didn't buy me no car. They didn't set up a huge trust fund or anything like that. They gave me the knowledge for me to go out and get it. Today, I think we're setting up so much failure because we're trying to do it for our children, and then we're also trying to be friends with our children today, is that most of the times these kids are not set up or even remotely ready to get out here and to compete. And that's black, white, orange, purple. It isn't colors, that's especially the guys. You know, I've seen with mentoring, the girls have put it together a lot faster than the guys, and the guys are still kind of stumbling, to where I heard that through certain, I don't know, I can't tell you where the statistic comes from, but it was stated that young men today aren't worth anything until they're 40. When you listen to some of the conversations, a lot of these young men are looking for their moms. They're looking for their grandmoms. And when women treat them like a child, then they're frustrated and they want to go away. But you got to stop acting like a child. You got to get in the game. You got to figure out how you're going to pay rent, how you're going to put some gas in the car. You can't just drive out all the gas, hang out, smoke weed, and play a game and think that everybody's going to be okay with that. You're grown now. You got to get in the game. Why would she want to settle for less and you continue to keep gaining? That's not how this world works for anybody, and that's vice versa. Nobody wants to continue on paying for your decision of having children or anything else, and we all supposed to feel sorry for you with a decision that you made of having a child. It's very few people I feel sorry for, because that's how I was raised. Not to feel sorry for people when you have options. I don't need nobody to feel sorry for me. Just open the door. But it's up to us to actually get to the door. A lot of people want all of this, I guess, ability to feel sorry for them and all that other stuff, because they don't really want to do it. Man, I've been working since I was 11. And that was part-time with my dad at his company, part-time with my mom at her company. I started working at 15. I haven't stopped working since. You know what I'm saying? And I've been working for some years. But I'm a hustler. Before I'm anything, the hustle is gone out of everybody because everybody is entitled. No matter what the color, Americans are entitled because we feel like everybody owes us something. And that's why a lot of other people from different countries are coming over, and they're taking the grants and the financial aid, and they're killing it, because in their country they can't get the same thing that they can get here in America. We're just, kind of looking for people to feel sorry for us and give it to us. You can only change you. You can't change anybody else. You may be 100% right with your point, but the problem with that is that the only person that you can advance is yourself, and that's even on a team. I say this and I continue to say this: as black men, we have to start treating this like a basketball game. If it's 5 of us that's going out here to play this game as a team, we can't all go out here with a different idea of what the game plan is. You seen in the beginning, I had the Bulls mask on. Where's the Bulls? At home. They ain't in the playoffs because we didn't set up a good game plan, but nobody stuck to it. If we're going to be a team, we all got to do the exact same thing. So if we want everybody to understand where we are as black men, we're going to have to start showing people that we stick together. Everybody else sticks together. We're the only ones in America that don't stick together. We don't stick together as men, and I'm going to say, man, we got to start, believing in the process with each other and not switching up real fast when things don't work that way, or somebody, actually, I want to say probably changes the idea right there and go, oh, man, you're going with that? Yeah, when people do that, they change that, immediately you have people being nervous with the idea of what took place. The reality is that we got to start sticking together, but we got to work on self. We work on self. Trust me, it is extremely hard. And I know a lot of people that said that's why they started trying to help other people, because it's extremely hard to sit and say where you've made some mistakes, or you hear your father or your uncle say, boy, you better get it together. You can't be no zoo lion dropped off in Africa with the real lions. You're gonna be a meal in a couple of hours. So you're gonna have to get some fat on your head and understand what's going on. And that's what we're doing. We're sending these kids out with all of these excuses on why they should or shouldn't do the things that they're doing. when you look at that scenario, you got to understand where you're at, where you're going, who you're supposed to be around, and make sure that we're setting ourselves up for success and not failure. The only way you do that is you work on self and let everybody else work on themselves. Real talk. It's your boy Herb Dot, man. Listen, do something for somebody else. Trust me, to give you a chance to figure out where you're supposed to be. Holla at your boy. I got a whole bunch of messages. Trust me, I'm going to continue. I'm going to continue because that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to do the exact same thing that I'm about to say. Each one, teach one. Holla at your boy.